Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Chubb going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you're talking about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Cousins to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
He's going to get this one down to Cook, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On second down and 4, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Watson out to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second and 5 now. Cousins. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, now Cook hit and he lost the football. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
This is the tight end, Njoku. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and from the 9 they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chirp a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Faking the give. Now Watson. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson.
This complete to David Bell. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On second down and 4, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, it's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Cousins now. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Joseph's got it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
And this one too low.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Watson. That is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's got a man complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Cook up the gut
to the 27-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Now Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Right back to Cook for another completion. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to roam now. 88 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
1st down. Here's Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Up the middle, it's Cook. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On play action, Cousins.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there. They'll go for 2.
Cousins will try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1 quarter remains Vikings here as we wrap up the week. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now it's Watson. A bootleg on the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
David Bell
from 6 yards away.
And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete right side to Cook. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, He stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
The drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here's Cook again.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high-percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Cousins again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw, Cousins. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. The kick by Joseph is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete. It's Bell. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Watson.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go get him.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Browns have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So Cousins and the Vikings down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. First down, here's Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Cousins.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.